Just when we thought home values were coming down, well, surprise, they came right back up last month here in Anaheim. Hi, I'm Monica Villalobos, a realtor and real estate expert here and resident of beautiful, sunny Anaheim, California. Stay tuned because for the next few minutes, I'm going to talk about exactly what's going on in the real estate market here, why home values are increasing, and what to expect next month. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date on the latest in the Anaheim housing market news. Also, to stay up to date on anything and everything Anaheim. With that being said, let's get into it. Come on in. I live in beautiful, sunny Anaheim, California. And well, I'm also a real estate agent here and I sell a lot of homes in Anaheim. I would say living in Anaheim, it's like a dream come true. Let's go take a look. The question is, why did home values go up? We thought they were coming down. Well, simple answer is interest rates actually came down significantly last month to where it actually got buyers off the fence and back into buying homes. In fact, there were actually 20% more closed sales in August than in July, which normally we kind of see it flatline at that time. So it's interesting that we saw more sales happen. Let's talk numbers. Rates in August actually dropped. They dropped around low fives, and as the month went on, they did start to increase a little bit. But that is a huge switch from just a couple months ago, let's say June, for example, when we hit our high of 6.28%. 6 to 8% versus, let's say, 5.25%. An entire percent difference is going to equate to about $350 in a mortgage payment per month, based on an $800,000 home or 20% down. But just to give you an idea, $350 in literally a month span, that's changed the affordability for so many people. Now that interest rates have dropped, more people were able to afford these homes because that's the question that we have. Are these homes even affordable anymore? With interest rates, we've definitely got to keep an eye on what they're doing. That'll kind of also help us predict what's going on. But let's get into the numbers that we have been following so far this summer. Where's my spectacles? Found them. Can't do the numbers without the spectacles. How's my hair? Is it okay? Is that okay? So let's first talk price, home values. Up from July, we were at about $781,000 was our median home value. August jumped up to just shy of $800,000, $797,250. It's just a slight increase, but it did increase. And still, in comparison to 2021, that $800,000 number is still about 11% appreciation for the year. We still have seen appreciation here in 2022. Let's look further into the stats to see why and how this happened. The first stat is pending sales. This is our demand. This is who's looking for homes. In this case, we didn't see much of a difference from July to August. It went from 85 to 82. Yes, it went down a little bit, but it's very linear. It's pretty normal for a summer market. So it's not really anything to worry about. However, we did see a 20% increase in closed sales. That's telling us that people did want to buy. We did have a good amount of demand. And that's not typically normal to have that big of an increase from month to month. So we'll see what happens in September to see if that continues. But we're also going to be paying attention to interest rates because I know that is what's driving these sales. Now let's talk price. 25% of homes on the market in August saw a price reduction, which is actually down from July's numbers, which was about 30%. However, homes are selling on average at 98.1% of list price, which is almost a 2% difference than in July. This is telling us that more sellers are pricing their home correctly or more in line with the market. Basically this is to where fewer sellers are actually needing to do a price reduction, and instead they're just taking a little bit lower of an offer in return. Lastly, fewer homes had fallen out of escrow, so that was fewer canceled contracts. It was only about a percent difference, but it was still less than July's numbers, so it went from 16 to 15%. Remember, canceled contracts can negatively affect home values because it can show up to a buyer as there being something wrong with the home, wondering why the last buyer canceled, what's wrong with this home. It could negatively impact the home value for that reason. There's not much of a difference in this stat, but since we did think that this stat was going to go up, it's kind of interesting that it stayed pretty much the same, which is telling us that Anaheim's kind of leveling out its market, which is kind of cool. Interesting to know. Interesting for you as a seller, interesting to know as a buyer as well. Okay, so in summary, interest rates went down. It did spark some buyer demand. There were also fewer canceled contracts and fewer price reductions. Even though those last two stats we thought were going to increase this past month, they didn't. They actually decreased. We're definitely seeing interest rates are affecting the local real estate market here significantly. So we're really going to want to pay attention to what's happening with rate. And I do have a little bit of a spoiler alert, because in the month of August, interest rates, they did drop, but as the month went on, rates continued to climb up again. And now that we're in early September, they have climbed up again. So we are looking around that 6% mark, so pay attention to that. So do you think that home values are going to continue to rise? Do you think they're gonna stay the same, or do you think they're gonna come back to reality and start coming down? I don't have a crystal ball. What I do have though is data. This finance brain and this nerdy self will report back next month. So be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you can stay up to date on the latest Anaheim housing market news and everything and anything Anaheim. Also, one more thing. If you are looking to buy or sell or invest here in Anaheim, or you just have some real estate questions, I'd love to hear from you. You can either text me at this number, or if you want to set up a time to chat with me over the phone, you can click the link to my calendar, which I'll have in the comments below, and set up a time that's convenient for you to chat. And I will so very much look forward to chatting with you. Thanks everybody for stopping by, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.